I think we had a very good start. I think we hit a crossbar in the first 2 minutes. But defensively, I thought we were a little bit better. We were solid up until they scored the goal just in the last few minutes of the first half. But in possession, we couldn't really go forward. We lost possession cheaply. We gave away the ball cheaply. We couldn't really come out of our own half. And Sundowns pressed us also very well in midfield with Hashim as well as Jali. But I think for me, I need also to take a little bit of responsibility in terms of team selection. I think I made a mistake, to start with Sipombule. Knowing his condition at the moment, I think he's not in the right condition to really start a game, and I needed to protect him a little bit more, and we didn't do that. But when we took him off second half, brought in Jamie Weber on the right, we could get on the ball, and there was a little bit more quality in our possession, going forward, which we didn't have in the first half. I think apart from the goal they scored in the second half, I thought we dominated. We were better. We could get behind them and turn the Grant as well as Lebusa, and that gave them a little bit of problems. But I'm quite happy with the response which we got from the team, especially after going 2-0 down. It's an easy place, to come and come from behind and get a result. But overall, I was quite pleased with our second half performance.
Evening, coach. Evening, colleagues. Coach, just how satisfying is it, to see a player like Tembo scoring that kind of a goal? And you touched on it before, right now, with your team selection. You started with Sipombule, just having Jamie Weber coming in. He did give the game a bit of a different dimension. Just a couple of words on, his performance. Thanks, coach.
Yeah, it's quite true. I think, like I said, Jamie changed the game for us. We could put our foot on the ball, a little bit more quality, in terms of our possession. First half, we played backwards, we played sideways, but now we could go forward, and there were a little bit more forward solutions, and especially when we brought in Jones to partner Gabuza. That gave them a little bit of a problem defensively. We gave them something to worry about. And you could see Grand Kikan as well as Lebusa. When we could turn them, they struggled a little bit, with us.
Thank you, Shupi. Good evening, coach, and good evening to all my colleagues as well. Coach, I think you are quite correct in saying that you needed to protect Sipombule more because the ball was nicked off him 3 or 4 times by Andile Jali, and we know how good he is in terms of how he turns, but he couldn't do that today. What did you say to him when you took him out at halftime? And secondly, coach, are you going to be apologizing to him because you don't normally take him out at halftime? Are you going to apologize to him? Are you going to have a word with him in your office tomorrow morning? What sort of conversation are you planning to have with Sipo going forward after this game? Thank you.
Yeah, look, Sipo is a very important player, in our team, and I think he's also quite aware, with the way he is, in terms of his condition. And I took a huge risk, to start him, because if you look at most of the games, he's been coming off the bench and playing 15, probably 20 minutes. And now, you throw him in a game like this. I needed to do a little bit more, so I'll have a word with him, and I think I've already spoken to him when I took him off, and because the game had already changed. As soon as Sundowns scored, we needed to change. We couldn't go back and play the same way we were playing in the first half because we were goal down, so we needed to be a little bit more offensive and throw a little bit more numbers offensively so that we can create opportunities, and I think that's what we did. With Jones, Gabuza as well, later on with Bradley, who could have stolen it at the end there. Huge block from Lebusa. but second half performance was top class. You showed a lot of character, for us to come back from 2-0 down and get a point. So very encouraging result performance as well.